Yes, people, welcome to the Shoestring Budget Podcast. Manchester United today travel to Selhurst Park to take on the Eagles Crystal Palace in what is going to be a very, very exciting game of football. A game that really could go either way, let's be honest. Big up to Pete and Tom in the comments. Come on, United, says Tom. And Vout starts. Yes, he does. Let's have a quick look at the Manchester United lineup. So as you can see, Manchester United leading the line with our new man, Wout Weghorst. Really excited. Really excited to see what this man can do. And he's obviously going to be covered on the flanks by both Marcus Rashford and Anthony, with the man Bruno playing just behind him in that 10 role. And we've seen a return to the partnership of Eriksen and Casemiro. Fred has been dropped to the bench. And a back four, Luke Shaw has moved alongside Martinez once again, Varane, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who really, let's be honest, is a man possessed. What a performance he put in against City. Unbelievable, wasn't it? Let's have a look at some of these. Big up to Phil and to K Dizzle that have joined as well. Phil's put, let's hope Wout bangs a few in. I'm hoping so. I think it'll be really exciting for him to hit the ground running. I've seen a lot of Manchester United fans really excited, certainly over the last few days, about him potentially starting today. But a lot of positivity around his move, where at first I felt there was like some, not negativity, but there was definitely some dubiousness about it. There was people thinking, is this the right guy? You know, we were looking at, obviously, players like Memphis Depay, and is Wout Weghorst really much of an upgrade, all this kind of stuff. But I'm really happy. I said some stuff I wish I hadn't said, but I'm happy now. K Dizzle's put United on a team for me, indeed. And Pete's put here, Wout is getting two tonight. I feel it. I'd love that. What a start he would. What a start that would be for Wout Weghorst. Now, obviously, that's going to be all the news today with Wout. Everybody's going to have all eyes on him. And you know, from what I've been reading in the week and what I've seen, and I've listened to a couple of his interviews. This is a man with a bit of personality, with a bit of flair. So I'm excited to see, you know, I'm excited to see that personality and that character come out on the pitch. That's what we need. And we'll have a quick look as well at the opposition, Crystal Palace. So this is the Palace lineup. Now, obviously, the main ones to watch out for, Zaha and Edouard. I mean, Edwards can be hit and miss. You know, he came to the Premier League, hit the ground running, but I think Martinez will cover him up. His heart is always a threat, but up against Luke Shaw, who's massively in form, and also Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the wings. If he comes through the middle, I think anybody that comes through the middle at the minute is going to get absolutely annihilated, so no stress there. The only one I'm going to watch out for mainly today, the sort of the hidden card, is Elise. Now, I haven't watched a lot of Crystal Palace this season. I did watch them playing that 1-0 defeat to Chelsea the other day, and I thought they were alright, you know, but it's difficult gauging it against Chelsea because Chelsea are absolutely terrible at the minute. But I thought Chelsea were by far the better team in this game, which gave me a bit of hope. But Elise was one that just like, he could do 10 really bad things, but one moment of magic, and that's what you got to watch out for. Because it can take literally one long-range shot, one deflected shot. He looks like the kind of guy that can do that. Tom's put here, Palace can be a tricky team. They scored 3 in their last 60-plus shots, though. Yeah, I haven't won a game since before Christmas, I believe. K Dizzle's put here, it's good to see Shaw and Martinez back together again. I'm really excited to see Martinez back. Because obviously Luke Shaw took his position in the Manchester derby the other day, and he cleaned up the house. Haaland was only let out of his pocket yesterday by all reports, so fair play to Luke Shaw. Pete's put here, I got my predicted 11 bang on today. Yeah, I wasn't sure about Weghorst if he was going to start, but then I know Anthony Martial got injured in the Manchester derby, so I was like, it makes sense, you know, stick him in, give him a chance. And I'm really glad that we've gone with him. And as well, like, it's a good sign from Erik Ten Hag that he's starting to believe. And although not he's starting to, that he believes in Wout Weghorst. You know, he's a Erik Ten Hag signing. He's not a signing I think we would have made under any other manager. He's an Erik Ten Hag choice, and I'm backing the man. I'm backing Erik Ten Hag. Everything he's done has been spot on. This could be another masterstroke from the bald man. Voice is sounding a bit better today, mate. Glad you're getting over your chest infection. Cheers, Pete. And it's all been natural as well, you know. I've not been able to get to a doctor's. Doctors have been too busy. Coupled with being a man and not wanting to go to the doctors, I'm feeling a bit better. Thank you. K Dizzle's put here, less lucky for me though, Pete. She's so cheeky. So cheeky. Peace and quiet has gone. And Tom's put here, you won't even make him a brew, Katie. It's very true. I have to sit here. I've dotted water strategically around the room because my own wife won't even make me a drink. You know, I sit here and do this in hopes of building up a YouTube channel to support her and my son. She doesn't even make me a brew. Absolutely shocking. Drop a like on this video if you think Katie should make me a brew. And as always, if you are new, if anybody is new, please hit that subscribe button. 5 away from that big 100. Obviously, we set out at the start of the season. We said if we can get 100 subscribers by the end of the season, job done. We could even be looking at 120 or even 130 by the end of the season, the way things are going. So, very excited. We're about 8 minutes away from kickoff. Let me know your predicted score lines, as always. Now, I'm going to go with this one. Crystal Palace are such a horrible team. I hate playing Crystal Palace. So, I am going to go... I'm going to go with a 2-0 Manchester United win. I think we'll do it. I think Wout Weghorst will score. Once we score, we'll be absolutely fine. We ease into the game. But I've also got one eye on that Arsenal game that comes up on Sunday. Casemiro as well. If he gets injured, if he gets a yellow card today, he's out of that game. So that's something to keep an eye on. Erik ten Hag has spoken about that in the pre-game interview. And he said something along the lines of, we need to win today before we can even think about Sunday. Respect. And he's absolutely spot on. I know a lot of people have been focusing more on that Arsenal game. If we lose to these, what good's Sunday going to do? But these are the kind of fixtures that can come up and really throw a spanner in the works. So let's have a look at some of these predictions here. Tom's put 3-0 United. So that's a brave one, bro. K Dizzle, I think it'll be a 2-1 to United. Pete's point of view has put 3-0 United. Weghorst 2 and Rashford 1. Ooh, Weghorst outscoring the Marcus. But yeah, I think K Dizzle's put as well Weghorst and Rashford to score. Yeah, I think they're going to score. Could even maybe chuck in Bruno, maybe a 3-0. I don't think we'll concede today. Obviously, you've got to watch out for Zaha because this is his game, this is his fixture. Everybody knows he turns into prime Madonna when he plays prime Maradona. It'd be great if he turned into prime Madonna, but no, prime Maradona in this game, and he absolutely tears us apart. Phil's put here 2-0, and David De Gea to score, says Tom. If that happens, you're getting a windmill, bro. That's what's happening. I gotta stop daring that because one day something's gonna come and bite me and I'll never be able to come on the internet ever again. Clip that, prime Madonna. See, nothing's ever missed. Off to find the stream, be back at halftime, guys. Good luck with that, Pete. And hopefully when you come back at halftime, we'll be cheering and celebrating. 5 minutes or so till kickoff. But I'm really excited. Absolutely really excited for this. I'm just going to check I've got everything up and set and ready. I believe so. But Manchester United win today. Obviously, we'll be a couple of games ahead a game ahead of City. But we go, if you look at the table, we will go second place with a win today. Second place. Insane. Craig's way here, evening JD. Weghorst goal incoming. Everybody said the same, Craig. Everybody said the same. Big up to you, bro. Hope you're good. We've also said as well, Craig, if you've just joined, drop a like on the video, mate, if you think Katie should make me a drink. Because I'm parched here. I've got this little bit of sneak left. That's all I've got. Because she won't make me a drink. So drop a like and help a brother out. Thank you. Arsenal are going to be such a difficult team, and I'm not looking forward to that game in some ways. I've not been impressed with a lot of the opposition, though. I think I watched I watched Brighton take on Arsenal, right? And Arsenal got a couple of half-lucky goals, but like they were just on them from the start. And Brighton couldn't cope. But when Brighton went at Arsenal, they found it very easy to penetrate. And I'm thinking, if we line up in a similar way to how we did against City, we've got every chance of winning the game. Love you, JD. Back at half time. Big up to you, Tom. Enjoyed the match. And Phil's put, I reckon Spurs will do City. Could you imagine? What a bounce back that would be. Because they were pretty woeful in that first half against Arsenal in the derby. I was very disappointed in that. The players are just coming out onto the pitch now. Casemiro and De Gea and Anthony, Martinez and Eriksen. All up for this game. What a team we've become under Erik Ten Hag. I'm just gobsmacked. Absolutely gobsmacked. Arsenal don't scare me in the slightest, says Craig. If Casemiro isn't available, then start Fred to man Mark Odegaard. Yeah, I think so. I think Fred's got to start. It's got to be a very similar team to what we played against City. Maybe we drop Weghorst off onto the bench. Maybe go with Rashford in the middle, I don't know. But it's going to be such an interesting game. I'm excited to see what Wout Weghorst does. I'm excited to see what his style of play is going to be at Manchester United. And I know he runs a lot, he does a lot of pressing. You know, I just can't wait to see what he does. K Dizzle says you have to say City with the American with the accent. I don't say American, with the accent, with the Manc accent. City. I can't do it. I lived in Manchester and I still can't get the accent down. My family's from Manchester, my dad's from Manchester, and I still can't get the accent. My sister, on the other hand, she sounds like an extra from Coronation Street. Phil's put here, Kane will play out of his... Is that Sion? I'm going to have to enlarge this. Got no glasses. I do apologise. Kane will play to showcase for Oh, do you know what? There's a lot of talk about Harry Kane to Manchester United. What do you think about Harry Kane to Manchester United? Out of his skin, I see it now. My text, I wish I could screenshot how small my text is. It's like tiny. So it will take me a while to read your comment, but I will get there in the end. Even if I make some of it up because I can't read it. So if I don't quote you word for word, that's why. And the teams are coming out here. But yeah, that Elise is the one I'm watching out for. He is one that's... He can cause damage, that boy. He's a very frustrating player, though. Like I said, against Chelsea, he was fantastic and then terrible all at the same time. Very weird. And David De Gea, I can't believe how well Manchester United have done. I'm buzzing with what I'm seeing from them guys. Here we go. I can see the chat now. Let's have a look here. Absolutely not. We do not want Kane. Ooh, okay, there's all coming up with the fighting talk. Bang average player. Yeah, I said it and I stick with it. Harry Kane is not bang average. Kane would suit the system like a glove, but I'd like a striker for the next 10 years. Osimhen or Vlahovic, I can't say his name, maybe. I like Osimhen, I haven't seen the other guy, hence why I can't say his name. I haven't seen much of him, I know he plays Juventus. But Osimhen for me is the one. And although I wouldn't mind Harry Kane in some ways, but the age thing is a problem for me. But I mean, I seen some today. Who was it? Someone today made the comparison of like a Robin Van Persie kind of signing. Premier League experience, wants to go and win a trophy. Manchester United, well, you look, he can't go to City because they signed Haaland. Can't go to Arsenal because it's London. Chelsea can't sign him because it's London. Liverpool have got Nunes. They've just spent 100 million on Nunes. The only one that can sign him really is Manchester United. We're in need of a striker. It all comes together, right? And he's a guy that can get you 25, 30 goals a season. Fits the system. Even if it's for 5 years, short term, 4 years, something like that. I know obviously Robin Van Persie was only a couple of years. I don't know why they made that comparison other than he was a Premier League proven striker. Philsborough here, I heard Bayern. Yeah, he was linked with Bayern as well last season. But I have heard that he wants to stay in the Premier League to try and beat Alan Shearer's record. So, there's me waffling on. The game's kicked off. And here we go. Anybody that's new, please drop a like and subscribe on the video. 5 away from the big 100 and the first giveaway. Ooh, I can't believe I'm saying that. Eric Ten Hag looking chilled. But yeah, a bit stern as well. We've only just kicked the ball off and he's already giving him the eyes. Don't mess this up. I remember Saka taking on his man. Manchester United on the go already. He's come down the wing here. I remember Saka puts the ball in. And Crystal Palace head it away. But I remember Saka does some cheeky backheel stuff. That man is playing like he's in a park or school playground and he's like just loving life. His dad's just brought him a new pair of boots and he wants to show what he can do. That man is on fire. It came up a lot during the review of the City game, but he's like a new signing. Bruno out wide again. They're playing a lot to the width here. They're going to try and cross that ball as much as possible, I think, to potentially pick out the head of Wout Weghorst. I think that's the plan at the moment. But all good. Positive play at the start from Manchester United, playing it down on that right-hand side. And Anthony loses the ball, but Weghorst closes him down, and Manchester United win the ball back. And the ball is falling to Eriksen. Manchester United are winning every ball, every second ball, they're winning. This is what I like to see. Good, proactive start from Manchester United. Trying to make an impact on the game. How many years have we been waiting for this? And in many ways, like I'm going to come out and say, I don't think we're in a title race. I'm going to come out and be negative right at the start and say, well, not negative, but realistic. If we beat Arsenal on Sunday, then I will say we're in a title race. And if we beat these, more importantly, today, I'll say we're in a title race. Both of these teams. But in terms of progress, which is what I want to see more than anything this season, I said that at the start, all I want to see is progress. We've taken not even 2 steps, 3 steps, we've taken about 10 steps forward from last year. Dominating, imposing. We've got a manager that cares, we've got a manager that almost, like, he's Manchester United through and through in terms of what we used to be under Sir Alex Ferguson. He's brought that belief and that discipline more than anything. He's brought that back. And everything he's done could have gone the opposite way, and it hasn't. Everything's worked out perfectly for him. The Ronaldo situation, Marcus Rashford oversleeping. And Crystal Palace are through. But they couldn't get the ball down and Manchester United won it back. And now it's a break for Manchester United. Ball comes through here. Fernandez, Weghorst left it. It's a shame, move broke down. End-to-end football there. Beautiful build-up for Manchester United, that. Took the ball and went straight for them. Still 0-0. Weghorst I think he thought it was maybe a man behind him, or thought the ball was slightly behind him, just left it. There's going to be lots of moments like that today. It's obviously a new player picking up the way we play. To be honest, we don't know how we play a lot of the time. You don't know what you're going to get from players like Anthony Martial. Martinez coming really far forward. He's on the halfway line here. Bruno puts the ball in, dealt with by Palace. Man United win the ball back again in midfield. It was Lisandro Martinez. Anthony to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's attacking play. Wow. There was a time when Aaron Wan-Bissaka would pretty much stay on the halfway line, or he'd just amble forward, and whenever he got in a crossing position, he'd cut it back. But now he's looking the real deal. The real McCoy, man. This is what I'm liking. Manchester United are all over these so far. Good start. This is the start that we wanted. Will Zaha tried to make a run then, but he was blocked out by Casemiro, the general. And yeah, it just seems so far a good start from Manchester United. Really positive. It's exactly what we want to see. Crystal Palace throw. And here we are. Manchester United break here with Marcus Rashford down the right-hand side. Oh, he's done well there, Hughes. But that midfield is so crowded. Palace don't have a long time to pass the ball. They've got maybe one touch. Trying to feed the ball through here. Rafael Varane to deal with this. Mateta closing him down. Crystal Palace's turn to have a little go now. Elise. And Manchester United win it back. Eriksen a bit sloppy there, but we come away with it again. Casemiro out wide to Bruno. Bruno loses out here and he wins it back again. Everything is won back. Every second ball is won back by Manchester United. And a ball's given away from Luke Shaw there. Hughes is ploughing forward now. Zaha on the far side. Driving the ball through. Went through everybody. Bruno Fernandes, I don't know what you're doing there, son. Took about 10 touches in our own box. Phil's put, we need to watch Zaha. I agree, bro. I agree. Always one to watch. Well, this is his final. This is his World Cup final. Always turns up against us. Klein coming down here on the left. And Manchester United win the ball back again. It was a little bit cagey, but Marcus Rashford's through. He's a bit wide. Oh, was that Mitchell? I don't know who that was. Did really well up against Marcus Rashford, but the ball was on. Defended that so well. And Crystal Palace clear it from here. Martinez took out Edouard there. Or was it Mateta? Mateta did really well. I don't know who this was that stopped Marcus Rashford's run, but he was going straight through. Tried taking him on. The guy came out in second. Marcus Rashford came out really in second place. Not often you hear that. Manchester United's win probability based on the opening 5 or so minutes, 41% to Manchester United win probability. Some sloppy play though. Some sloppy play in midfield, giving the ball away quite a few times, but we are winning it back. Elise cuts in. Terrible ball in. See, does all that hard work, does so well to get it into that position. And then lets it down with a poor cross. But Marcus Rashford's going to have to keep an eye on him out there. But he's an odd one, Elise. I was impressed with him against Chelsea, but then really frustrated with him at other times. He's like the Crystal Palace Bruno. how he can do something absolutely world class and then just frustrating second there. Bruno's through. Bruno and Vaghurst linking up really well. Anthony in. Oh, Palace keeper spelt it. Vaghurst in. Oh, Palace really bowling it here. They had to really compose themselves then. Manchester United win. Martinez wins the ball back. And Marcus Rashford's blocked out there by three or four different players. Mateta holding the ball up against Varane and Martinez. Martinez is not having it. He's on one today. Martinez is the kind of player that's like Luke Shaw is never playing in my position again, bro. Not whilst I'm fit. He is on fire. That link up between Bruno and Vaghurst was nice. Craig's put here, I'm liking Vaghurst link up play so far. So am I, bro. So am I. Took the words out of my mouth. But that left-hand side is there to be attacked. And here we go, Decore. Manchester United block it all out. Palace are in possession as it currently sits. Edouard to Hughes. And they mess it up. Trying quick passing against this Manchester United team. No. You got no chance. Fernandez. Ball in Marcus Rashford. Please be offside. If he was not offside then. Oh, Marcus proper fluffed that one. Yeah, he was miles off. It's fine. He knew it. He was giving it back to the keeper, let's be honest. But early warning signs. Ten minutes or so played. Hit the like and subscribe button if you want Manchester United to win today. That's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to break through this Crystal Palace juju. Mitchell on the far side here. Anthony for company. Manchester United win the ball back. You'll hear a lot of that today. That has been what it has been. It's been Crystal Palace have the ball, running towards the goal. Manchester United win the ball back. It's nice having such a hard-working midfield. That's what you want to see. And look at that again. Another ball from... I don't know if it's Decore to Mateta. Mateta's just completely closed out there by Luke Shaw and Martinez. Just completely hounded, closed down. And that is what I am loving. Come on, United. Luke Shaw. Craig's put, looks like Eriksen is a bit deeper than Casemiro at times, yeah. Definitely trying to go for that long ball football, I think. Trying to look for that balls over the top. I think Casemiro tried one there, but no one charged it. Waggers goes for it, though. For a big guy, you know, he's not a slow pace or a player that doesn't work hard. He's chasing down balls, chasing down the keeper. I know a lot of frustrations were heard and had after the Man City game with Martial's pressing ability in that game. Although I do think that was a bit tactical. Elise wins a throw-in. You gotta say, fair play to Patrick Vieira, what he's done with this Crystal Palace side. I mean, when he took over, I'm sure, it was just after Roy Hodgson. And like, everybody was leaving or retiring or whatever else. And he's kind of had to build this team up from scratch. And he's done a cracking job. For a manager that's not really done much before, certainly not Premier League experience or Premier League proven, he's made a really difficult Crystal Palace team. I never thought he would. He was one of them managers I had down to to fail, a bit like a Lampard or a Gerrard. But in a similar way, you never hear about Patrick Vieira. You never hear any praise for him. Yeah, as soon as Frank Lampard or Steven Gerrard win the game, that's all you hear about. The English media is so bad for stuff like that. Forcing Palace back. That midfield battle's so interesting because they are finding a little bit more space, but I don't know. Marcus Rashford is not tracking back. Asif, big up, hope you're okay, my friend. Don't worry about being late, bro. Still not missed anything yet, still 0-0. But Marcus Rashford needs to track back. At least say on that left-hand side, on his right. It's very difficult. Very difficult, tricky players, certainly if they're doubling up on Luke Shaw. Phil's put here, yeah, long ball is annoying, I agree. We were cutting through him as well before, so I hope we see a return to that very soon. But really been a very subdued game, not really had any chances. Been fairly quiet, to be honest. Eriksen. Four games a week effect, yeah. It's got to take its toll eventually. I think that's where Manchester United will come a bit undone. Valkyrst does really well. Casemiro to Eriksen. Eriksen's ball. Ball over the top in, crossed in. Manchester United, all Manchester United in a minute. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. His ball in, all the way through. Luke Shaw! Almost a goal for Manchester United. Beautiful play again from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Crosses the ball in, goes past everybody, but meets Luke Shaw at the back post, who just smashes it past the post. So close. What a goal that would have been. If that had gone in, that would have been contender for goal of the season. I'm telling you, that was beautiful. A couple of things going wrong my end, standard. And I've just come back on and Lisandro Martinez has been flattened. Oh dear. Now I hope there isn't more in this. If someone can jump in and tell me what happened. I've just come back on and Luke Shaw is concussed. Oh no. And I'm seeing Harry Maguire warming up. Oh dear. This could be a game changer. But it could be a potential concussion. He got elbowed in the face. Oh dear. It's going to take more than that to stop my man. Come on. Oh. Yeah, that was a nasty one, to be fair. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way. Asif's put here, blood is oozing. Told you, bro, he's going to be our best player this year, Harry Maguire. About your wisdom, to be fair, but Phil's put he's got to go off in a head injury. We want Glazers out, ringing through Selhurst Park. What news has broken the last couple of days, about Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Mega news. This deal could be done very, very soon. Let me know as well, whilst this is all happening, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Sir Jim Ratcliffe. We will do a podcast about this, a live one, so we can talk to you guys. But your instant reaction, how do you guys feel about Sir Jim potentially becoming a new owner of Manchester United? Yeah, Leach is coming back on. Oh, I remember Saka, not Harry. Okay, I was about to say. A bit of me thought you were winding me up then. But no, I remember Saka, man, that boy is fire. Like Tom said the other day in the live stream, you've got to look at Aaron Wan-Bissaka and say, does he start over Dalot now? Because based on what I'm seeing now, he does. And I think Dalot's been unreal this season, but it'd be very harsh to drop Aaron Wan-Bissaka based on current form. Playing with the form of his life. Look at him just skipping around players. He's just insane. Anthony out wide. Bruno's ball in. Garnacho signed until 2029, is that true? There's a lot of reports going around about it today. So the one I read was that he's been offered 30 grand a week, which makes no sense to me when you've got players there like Brandon Williams on 50. Manchester United win a free kick. But it could be one of those contracts that's like, in incentives. So whenever they win a game, he gets a big boost. Whenever he starts or whenever he becomes a regular starter, then they renew his contract. I don't know. But a lot of the reports coming out are it's around a 30 grand a week contract. And it's around a 6-year deal. I don't care what he signs at this point as long as he signs. Because we need to keep hold of that kid. He's going to attract so much attention over the next few seasons. I don't think he'll be one of those players that stays at United forever. Like I can see Rashford staying at United forever. But well, until he's in his late 30s. But yeah, 30 grand. I mean, on paper, yeah, I think it's absolutely spot on. But when you look at past management, how they've ruined the financial structure at Manchester United is a joke. Brandon Williams, I mean, he's not a terrible footballer, but he's not a 50 grand a week footballer. By any stretch of the imagination, 10 grand, 15 grand, something like that, but certainly not 50 grand. Oh, Crystal Palace are through, but well played from Varane. Crystal Palace were almost through there with Mateta. I don't know what happened there. Bit of a cock-up at defence. But Rafael Varane showed his pace, turned on them quick legs. Thoughts on the first 20 minutes? Anthony? Ooh. I'm happy. Positive football. Really, really going for it, but just a lack of creativity. And that is something I've said a lot about us this season. We do still lack something. Maybe that will come with a bit more time with Valverde, of course, but we are still really missing that killer ball or that killer moment. You look at City, you look at Arsenal this season in particular, they can just get a goal out of almost nothing. We haven't got that. I don't think we've got that in any game, really, where we scored a goal out of nothing, making a ton of chances and then one of them eventually goes in. It's not really that. We're not really that kind of team yet. Assist put. Oh, I think you might be reacting to the Brandon Williams 50 grand a week contract news. Where is Brandon Williams now? Is he on loan? He's got to be at somewhere like... Is it Norwich or something he went to? But yeah, open in 20, just under 25 minutes. It's been alright. Oh, Anthony's attempt, yeah, just off. But Manchester United have had 3 attempts, 60% possession. Out of them 3 attempts, how many on target? I don't think they've had a shot on target, have they? Williams is still at United, wow. So he's just been rotting it up in the youth team on 50 grand a week. Ed Woodward has got blood on his hands. I'll always stand by that. I'll always stand by that. There's no way that Ed Woodward should be allowed another job in financing ever. That man is a joke. The deals that he sanctioned, the wages he put players on, like, come on. And although the Glazers get a lot of hate, there should be nobody more hated by Manchester United fans than that man. He enabled the whole lot of it. Say what you want about the Glazers, and yeah, I get the parasites, I get all that. Ed Woodward was the worst of the lot. And I suppose the Glazers are the worst because they allowed him to cock it up. They put him in a position to fundamentally destroy Manchester United. And that's what he would have done had he continued. That European Super League, if that was the catalyst from leaving, Van Course is just a bit too much on and not a bad bit of play. What's your score prediction for the game, JD? I'm going with a 2-0. I'd take anything at this point. Oh, there's a fight with Anthony and Mitchell. Go on, Anthony. Oh, Mitchell went right up to him then and gave him a little push. Don't know what happened here. Anthony would mince you, lad. My man's from the favelas. He'd be chopping you up like Ben Brazil, no problem. Wood was just like a kid on career mode that overpaid for everyone. Yeah. He was that kid that got the financial package. You know that financial package you can get on FIFA career mode? Where you just like get that 80 or 90 million, whatever it is, extra. And he's like, yeah, I'll pay 100 million for Mitchell. I'll pay 150 mil for Tom Eaton. Wan-Bissaka, ball in. I get excited every time we cross now because we've got a 6'6" striker. It's making me excited. Ball across Marcus Rashford here. Put Klein under pressure. Whatever happened to Nathaniel Klein, man? I remember there was a point where he was looking really promising and I guess Liverpool happened, I don't know. His career really never took off, did it? Zaha's what I feel sorry for. I would love to have seen Zaha at Manchester United a bit more. Ball over here looking for Luke Shaw. Crystal Palace close it up really well but give the ball straight back to Manchester United. Crystal Palace are having to defend so deep that they are just, whenever they boot the ball up, it comes straight back at them through, offside. Maybe? Crystal Palace free kick. I have a big question on my mind. Give me a reminder at half-time to discuss what we'll do, Asif. Craig's put here, injuries ruined Klein. He never got back into the team when Trent burst onto the scene. Because I remember at one point people were really hyping him up, but it's difficult because Liverpool hype everybody up. Bruno and Anthony kicking off at each other here. Oh, I love it. I love to see that though between players. Bruno and Anthony proper going at each other here. Oh. You saw it recently though with Bruno and Garnacho. They went at each other recently as well. But Bruno is so mouthy. Like, I love him for it as well, don't get me wrong, but he is so mouthy. Anthony didn't back down though, I like that too. He's got a bit of fire in his belly, him. But my man's from the favelas, that's what we do. They're still at it. Bruno and Anthony still giving it all this pointing. Rah, rah, rah. Oh, I love it. You want to see fighters in your team. You don't want to see your Harry Maguires that they shake hands and it's done and forgotten about. That is what you want to see. Opposition will be like, look, we rattled them. No. You want to see players arguing. You want to see players fighting. Trying to egg each other on, make each other better. That's what you want to see. That is the sign of an elite team. And that is something we've been lacking for years. Craig's Put really struggling to create. Something has to change in the second half, possibly up the intensity. Yeah, I don't know. It's really disjointed, isn't it? We've had all the possession, but the lack of creativity is a bit concerning. When we have to play a team, when we have to engage a team, I don't think we've been good at it for years. When we have to sit back and attack, I think we're fine. Vaghurst! Oh, just over. But something out of nothing there. That's what he can bring us. Something out of nothing. Luke Shaw ball in. Palace fans singing, what the hell is that? What the F is that? Trying to get used to Vaghurst. Maybe he's a different profile to what we've been used to. I think that's what it is. We've been attacking a lot down the flanks. There's been nothing direct, really, that I've seen. But it's always been the case where Manchester United have to go to a team and the onus is on us to score or to make chances. We always struggle. Look at Villa. Villa was another good example. Aaron Wan-Bissaka here. Anthony almost in the right back position. Gives the ball to Wan-Bissaka. Marcus Rashford. And Palace deal with it. Manchester United win the throw as well. As you can tell, my voice is starting to go again now. But yeah, just something's missing. The killer pass. Just that intensity, or I don't know what it is. Because possession-wise, we've had it all. Oh, Vaghurst is through. He holds off his man really well. Puts the ball back for Casemiro. Takes his man out. What a shot that was. Lisandro Martinez. And Zaha does really well there. If that's a card for Luke Shaw, that's shocking though. Good ref. Zaha did so well then. Took the ball past around Martinez. Stopped, had to check back. And brought Luke Shaw in for the foul. Which current United players could be good managers? Bruno and Eriksen, in my opinion, yeah. Christian Eriksen would be a wonderful coach. At this stage, I think it's probably just them two. Casemiro. Casemiro is a student of the game. And I would love to see what he could do in coaching. Ball in for Crystal Palace, cleared. This is where they're going to be dangerous. But Manchester United make it look easy. Imagine Zaha and Eric Ten Hag. Could you imagine? I don't even care. I'd love to see Dan James and Eric Ten Hag. I'd take any player we used to have on Eric Ten Hag. Players that I know would want to learn. Like, I think Dan James, he's not a bad guy, is he? He's not like an Angel Di Maria who's like in it for the wrong reasons. Dan James wanted it to work at Manchester United. It was the biggest move he's probably ever going to have in his career. But players like him that want to study and learn, same with Jadon Sancho. You know, players that actually care about being at the club, I would love to see on Eric Ten Hag. I don't even care. Dan James will ball on Eric Ten Hag. I mean, look at the start of the season. I was completely against Dalot. Most United fans I saw were against Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Look what he's done with them two. Players that we said are not good enough. Fred. Even at the start of the season, McTominay. Players that we said aren't good enough for Manchester United. Players that we said can't play football to a high degree. He got something out of all of them. I think Dan James, with his pace, I think he would have done good. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's ball in. Ball back across. No, bro, at the start of the season, when I wanted Dalot to go, I could not stand Diogo Dalot when coming into the season. And then what Eric Ten Hag did with him, I thought was unbelievable. And I was never a big Aaron Wan-Bissaka fan, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka over Dalot all day. And then after maybe 5 games, I was like, nah, Dalot is clear. I can understand how good Dalot can be. I just never saw it, I suppose, at United. And I didn't watch a lot of Portugal, so... But what I'm trying to say is, Eric Ten Hag can turn players who you don't expect to fit into a system or to work. He can make them look good. I mean, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is a good example as well. But it was obvious that Dalot would suit the system. Yeah, he would suit the system, but what I'm saying is he didn't look to me like a good footballer. I would never, ever, in my predicted 11s, or, not predicted, but like my choice 11s, Dalot would never feature. I would have took Brandon Williams over Dalot. I could not stand Dalot. That's how much I dislike Dalot. And, yeah, Eric Ten Hag changed my opinion big time of him. He really did. Got such a tune out of him. And it's a shame he's picked up the injury, but the good thing is it's given Aaron Wan-Bissaka a chance, and he's taken it with both hands. Am I the only one who always believed in Dalot? No, I think there was a lot of fans that liked Dalot. From what I remember, there was a lot of fans against Aaron Wan-Bissaka coming into the season. And whereas I was always a big fan of Aaron Wan-Bissaka just because of his defensive play. It's a weird one. Weghorst wins the ball back. Anthony's shot straight at the keeper. Manchester United look a bit frustrated. This opening 35-36 minutes. There's a lot of shouting, a lot of going at each other a little bit. It's good. Shows that they want to win this. But we dropped points today. Sunday is not pointless, but do you know what I mean? We need to win this game as well as Sunday. But Manchester United are really going for it now. Luke Shaw. Shaw's brought down Manchester United free kick. Now. Luke Shaw, so good. Luke Shaw's been one of my favourite players this season. He's another one I was so sick of defending. The amount of grief that boy used to get, and I love Luke Shaw. Always love Luke Shaw. But I believe in all of these players now under Erik ten Hag. There's not one player out there that I look at and go, should he be playing? Rashford standing over this free kick, good territory. It's going to take something like this for Manchester United to break this Crystal Palace team down. Very stubborn team. Marcus Rashford. Wide. It's coming. Let's have a look at this free kick again. Yeah, too much bend on it. Up and over the wall, but bends straight past the post. What are your guys' thoughts, first off? Palace come down here. What a save from David De Gea. Oh, damn. Jeez Louise. Oh. David De Gea, man. Dave saves. Craig's, but I don't know how anyone can not rate David De Gea. I agree. I was having this discussion the other day. Ball in. Someone was saying about David De Gea not being very good because he hasn't had more World Cup international call-ups. And I'm like, how can you say that? Like, he's disliked by the manager from Spain. I remember we had Kieran on before. He was talking about Kepa being a better goalkeeper than De Gea. Certainly for the season. I'm like, no. Tom's put that's a world-class save. Dave saves Tom, says Asif. And that's why we need to take our chances. Agreed. And here we go, Manchester United got a break. Anthony with Richards. Anthony's on a run. Well dealt with by Crystal Palace, though. Richards went toe-to-toe with him all the way. Manchester United win a corner. The threat is there for Manchester United, but as we've just seen, it's there in equal measure at this moment in time from Crystal Palace. That one deflected shot could have been their goal. That's all it takes at 0-0. Vargas went down quite easy there, that's a weird one. And a good turn from Zaha, but dealt with. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's a beast. An absolute beast. Manchester United lose the ball here. Hughes does very well. Zaha. Blocked. Aaron Wan-Bissaka again. Casemiro. Bruno missed kicks. But he brings it out to Vaghurst, who deals with it nicely. Marcus misjudged the pass there. And Manchester United go again. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's been on fire. Oh, I think you guys are ahead of me. Don't tell me anything. Ball in, Bruno! 1-0! 0 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1- Bruno, Bruno, Bruno. Get in. It's been coming. I think it was Luke Shaw. Took the ball into Bruno. Bruno smashes it. I think it was from Luke Shaw. Could have been from Anthony. Clip them eagle wings, lads. You can do this. Right before half-time, Manchester United take the lead. That's a good one. And that is exactly what we need. But boy, don't we make hard work of it. It's Christian Eriksen, I think. Christian Eriksen, good play from Marcus Rashford, and Christian Eriksen tucks it in. Bruno, beautiful goal. All the time in the world. Poor defending that. Shocking defending. But great finish from the Bruno. Right on the stroke of half-time. Ooh. And the old voice is gone. And it's been deserved, let's be honest. We've been all over these guys. Manchester United got the tails up. Marcus has been very quiet today. And a bit of me still thinks he's playing with injury. A big bit of me does think he's playing with injury. Eriksen assist, yeah, did really well. The amount of time and space Bruno had there, though, if I was the Crystal Palace manager, I'd be furious. Shocking defending. But nice to see the bench are making lots and lots of notes. They are not happy with just a goal. The press is so good from Manchester United today, though. They're on it. They're making it so difficult for Crystal Palace to kick a ball. I want to see more of this. And all you can hear now at Selhurst Park are the Manchester United fans. Crystal Palace trying to force something through here, but Manchester United deal with it. Just don't take your foot off the gas now, lads. Mitchell and Anthony, such a good battle. But Aaron Wan-Bissaka, second performance, third performance in a row now. That boy has been on fire, absolute fire. That boy is on fire. Yeah. Wan-Bissaka is on fire. The boy's killing it, man. Sorry, neighbours. If anyone ever wanted to know what Sean Dyche sounded like at karaoke, you've just had. First-hand experience just there. Manchester United just containing the ball now. See it out to 1-0 at half-time. You know you're going to get your arses handed to you by Eric anyway. But I'm really impressed with the hold-up play of Weghorst. I know that was what he was going to bring. But it's good. His link-up play is really good for his first game. Oh, Rashford lost the ball there. I'm keeping an eye on this boy today. Marcus Rashford. Casemiro. Bruno flicking it back for Rashford. Good play from Manchester United, that. We make it look so easy. But 1-0 is never a comfortable scoreline. We want at least another goal or two against these. Hard to believe that we got Eriksen for free. What a player. Yeah, he's awesome. Absolutely awesome. I remember we were linked with him a few years ago. I think when he was at Spurs. That's when I really started to watch him a bit more. And yeah, he's a phenomenal player. And there the whistle goes for half-time. Manchester United take the lead into the half-time break. Bruno Fernandes goal right on the stroke of half-time, 43rd minute. And what has been a pretty decent spell for Manchester United leads to their first goal. Now, very, very frustrating game in many ways. Should be further ahead than what we are. But I'll take this. I'll take this. Doesn't matter if you win by 1, if you win by 10. Doesn't matter. Not at this stage. A win is a win. So, Asif, JD, I've got a big question on my mind. Hit me, brother. Peter here, Eriksen is the man. Eriksen's ball to Bruno was just so simple yet tiny. The vision to see that pass. But the amount of time that Bruno had, like Bruno must have thought, hey, the whistle's going to go in a minute. They must have stopped playing because that is crazy. At this level, to have that much space, wow. Absolutely unbelievable. But let me know your halftime thoughts. Manchester United, of course, are leading. I'm just going to quickly make up a halftime beverage. You called the Fernandes goal as well, mate. The run from Weghorst took the man away. I'm really impressed with Weghorst. His hold-up play is great. His link-up play is really good. His pressing's surprisingly good. I say surprisingly. I know I said that at the start. He's got to press, but I didn't expect him to press as much as he did. And he's got a little bit of speed to him as well, which shocked me. What do you think about City with and without Haaland? Yeah, okay. Now, we spoke about this after the City game. Whether or not Manchester City are being held back by Erling Haaland, which sounds on paper or sounds, when you say it out loud, like a ridiculous statement. But I think you've got to look at it, right? When Man City have played before, the only observation I can make, under Pep and under every team I can remember Pep managing, other than Bayern Munich with Robert Lewandowski, but his strikers were really dynamic. Sergio Aguero, Lionel Messi, Gabriel Jesus. They were all players that could slot into lots of different positions. And who was his striker at Barcelona, his front three? Did he have Eto'o as well? I don't know if Eto'o went to Chelsea that season and he come over, but he's always had really dynamic, he's always got a really dynamic style. And he always likes his dynamic strikers. But with Haaland, he's quick, he can move, he can get you goals. But he's not dynamic. He's not a player that can play out on the wing or drop back to the halfway line and then get back into the box in time. He's not that. And I think having someone like a focal point has made it very difficult for Man City to play the usual kind of football. Tom said, answer your private messages. Oh yeah, I've got you here, bro. See, if you subscribe and you join the membership, then you can private message. Jord. That's all I've got. The only message I got from you, Tom, is says Jord. Tom, there's my response. Pete's put here, they don't use Haaland in the right way. He feeds off the balls in behind and they won't play that ball ever. I agree. Erling Haaland would be so good at Manchester United. If we had Erling Haaland, we would be in the title race now. We'd be clear. He suits our style so well, an Erik Ten Hag style. But he wanted Pep, and I can't really blame him. As is put here, I'm so worried about us with and without Weghorst. I'm scared. What if we have the same issues? We play a different system. We play a different style to Man City, firstly. And we need somebody big, dynamic, who can press. We have a completely different system to City, so don't worry. Pete's put here, they turned the ball down about 5 times against United. Yeah. I agree, they had that ball was on. But, yeah, absolutely, they couldn't get through. We play a lot better, a lot different than City play, Asif, says Pete. I agree. But don't worry about it, Asif. Like I say, if we played Pep Guardiola's style of football, then yeah, I'd say now's Wout Weghorst maybe isn't the right signing. But we don't play anything like that. I don't really look like a front hat kind of guy, do I? I'm wearing it back. I'm cool. But yeah, don't stress. It's Wout's first game. He's only here for 6 months. Don't stress. Good one now, right? Victor Osimhen or Harry Kane, who would you have and why? That is your halftime question. And also, what are your thoughts on that first half? Tom, you're a good lad. And did you watch Liverpool last night? Oh my days. They were poor again. I was messaging Tom through the game. And when that lad scored, and the way he celebrated, like, oh yeah, we're back. Oh, horrible. Pete's United POV. Fancy us to score 2 or 3 in the second half, definitely. Phil's put frustrating. Yeah, very frustrating. I'm the same as you. Ratpo was awful for them last night. Bro, don't. I actually messaged Tom saying I think we dodged a bullet. Still early days, but I wasn't impressed. I would have had egg on my face if we'd come to United and played like that. After calling Weghorst Andy Carroll 2.0. I genuinely think they signed him though to out of snidiness to us. They were never linked with him. And then all of a sudden, when we were close to signing him, Liverpool jump in. I will always admit that. I always believe that. Big loves to you, Tom. Thank you, bro. Right, I'm just gotta do some stuff for the second half. We were just talking about Cody Gakpo, bro. And I was saying how poor he was yesterday. Me and Pete were saying how poor he was for Liverpool last night. And yeah, like, I was just very shocked at how bad he was. It's early days, I still think he's got a ball there. But what I was saying was, I can't ever remember Liverpool being linked with him until we were. Like, I genuinely can't. It was like Manchester United are close to completing the signing of Cody Gakpo. Shoestring Budget Podcast is really excited, rah. And then it just went, Liverpool have signed him literally within 3 hours. Gone to Liverpool. But having seen his speed, his strength, he looks really behind it. He seems to really I think he's shocked by how fast the Premier League is. And he's come into a Liverpool team that is absolutely horrific. I say that with a smile, but they have been awful. Just getting all this set up for the second half. But yeah, keep letting me know how you guys think, what you guys think. And if you haven't done, please like the video. She's still not made me a drink, but your likes are still appreciated. They're the only thing keeping me going. And I realise I've asked 100 questions now, so I will do, Brother Tom. I am just about to try and log in. I am in, Brother Tom. Oh no, I have to install stuff. If this causes my computer to blow up, blame Tom. Second time the man's blown my computer up in the last week. Nah, it's all love, bro. I'm installing it now. As his part, I will go for Victor Osimhen all day. Yeah, I would as well, bro. I really liked him. I watched the highlights of Napoli and Juventus, and he was fire. Just everywhere. Phil's put Liverpool made 8 changes. Wolves didn't. Wolves missed an opportunity. Liverpool look like they don't want to play. Or for Tigers manager. They were poor, bro. They were poor. They had that one. It was a good shot, to be fair to the lad. It was a good shot. But I thought Jose Sarr could have done more. I wasn't impressed with him yesterday. I'm quite a big fan of Jose Sarr, but I don't think he put a good performance in. Wolves' goals were disallowed. It was a clean goal. If that was on about the first leg, yeah, it was shocking. I don't know if they scored last night. I certainly didn't see that. By the way, Jota is out for long. Wow. That man's injury hit prone, because I like Jota. No, I hate Jota. That's a lie. I hate Jota. Never liked him even at Wolves, but he's a cracking footballer. Pete's put, I want Osimhen or Vlahovic. I need to know how to pronounce that just in case for next year. Still installing, bro. We're getting there. Yeah, I see a lot of people talk about Vlahovic. I think I'm back. And maybe I need to do like an in-depth watch on him, because his name does crop up quite a lot. Wolves should be in the next round of the FA Cup. They got robbed at Anfield. I still don't understand how that goal was deemed offside. Like, I don't get it. How was that goal offside? Making up some of this Sneak. If you've never tried Sneak before, I really do encourage you. Maybe hopefully one day they'll watch. This stuff here is amazing. They've got strawberry and watermelon flavour. It's absolutely banging. I did an audition recently for Sneak. I never got the job. I was gutted, because I absolutely love the stuff. I even did the stream is all over the place. Oh, blame Tom. Blame Tom. It might crash again now. I've downloaded it and installed it, but I don't know where it's gone. I'm probably going to cut out again in a sec. Nah, nothing's working for me, bro. I'll keep it for next time, but thank you. I do appreciate it. Craig's put, did you use the discount code SneakBridge? I was so close to saying that as well. I was so close to saying that. No, I didn't. And there we go. But it's absolutely banging stuff. Stop drinking, I try to get a fizzy pop as much as possible. And this stuff's just water, no sugars. It's a bit more natural. It's still probably garbage, but still I like it. You'll get a sponsorship deal like Goldbridge if you keep this up. I've got loads of... I was going to put like all the cans, all the tins I've got, because I keep all these. I was going to stack them all up behind me. JD drinking Prime. No. Should do that Wakey Wines. Have you seen Wakey Wines, Asif? You should check that out. Them guys are criminals, man. Charging like £100 for a bottle of Prime. Like, what? I've never tried this stuff. I always wanted to try it, but everywhere I've gone for it, it's always sold out. So I'm going to wait for it to become unpopular, then I'll try some. Second half thoughts, guys. Second half has kicked off. They've got them in my shop, £8 a bottle. Do you get staff discount, bro? Maximum I'd pay for a bottle of that is about £4. And that is a push. I was told Asda was selling them for like a quid, 120 or something like that. Crystal Palace, dangerous position. When Prime comes to Ireland, I don't want to go to my local shop and see a bunch of kids fighting over a drink. I saw the Audi clip. It's a joke. Absolute joke. Manchester United clear it. Audi, yes. Audi. I don't know what clip you're on about. I think it's an Audi. But it's a joke how much people go for it. I saw that one clip from Aldi, I don't know if it's the same one, where every single person had one bottle. That's all that they bought. It was like a row of people, all on one aisle. When they get to the checkout, then it was just bottle after bottle after bottle. And you could only have one or two maximum. The queue was huge, just people buying this Prime. Fair play though, to KSI and to Logan, because they're massive. If we ever get that big, we'll do our own energy drink. Shoestring budget energy. And we'll actually put the price on the can so it can't be sold for more. Like the Arizona tea. The Arizona fruit tea or whatever it is that they do, iced tea. And they always keep it the same price, forever. For the last 20 years, it's always been the same price. Why are people mad for Prime? It's because it's popular. It's because, it's Logan Paul, KSI, and it's trendy. And they've made bank off it as well. I'm talking about the clip of a bunch of kids fighting over Prime and Aldi. Shocking behaviour. I've not seen that. It's crazy how people are. When you remember, if you remember though, it was only a couple of years ago. Everyone was fighting over toilet paper. During the pandemic. So Ericsson's ball in. Bruno to Anthony. Way over. No deflection. Didn't look like it took a deflection, but Anthony reckons it did. Ball in from Bruno. Anthony just tried to pass it. I don't think it took a deflection. Better start from Crystal Palace in the second half, though. Finding a lot of spaces. Klein doing the whole Sterling run. Don't know what that's about. Man's thinking it gives him a speed boost. Oh, good defending again. Manchester United defence is so good. And I don't care if I jinx it, they are good. It's going to take a lot more than me saying that to jinx these guys. Not only kids, there were 70 plus aged people fighting for Prime. But it's because of these people like Wakey Wines that are like selling the stuff for mega money. And it causes like people to want to get it because they're like, we can't get it anywhere else because Aldi is selling it for £2 a bottle. And then Wakey Wines is selling it for £100. It's going to cause people to go nuts. Then they do that really cringy Abdul, come forward, Abdul, go back, wherever it is. Ah, cringe. Back to the game. Craig's put here, great that Casemiro has avoided the yellow card so far. So disciplined, I agree. Without him on Sunday, it would be horrendous. Humongous loss. Poor there from Casemiro to Eriksen. Cut out by Palace. Palace are on the break here. But Manchester United's position is so good, but they win a free kick. It's a bit hard from Luke Shaw, that. Unnecessarily hard, but we are where we are. I'm not going to tell Luke Shaw how to play football. Zaha doing the old step overs. Crystal Palace trying to get through that middle, but you ain't getting through Lisandro Martinez. Martinez and Varane have got a no Crystal Palace zone. Right through that middle. Casemiro puts his hand up straight away. Who's Manchester United's best signing been for you guys this season? I'm intrigued. Eze is getting ready to come on. Eberechi Eze, I love this guy. My go-to signing on FIFA, this man. Rashford has been quiet. We need to get him on the ball more, I agree. I still think Rashford's playing with an injury. He does not look himself. He looks like he did in that second half against Man City, where he was a bit slow. He's not been tracking back a lot. We called him out on that in the first half. He'll have Klein on toast, I agree. Casemiro is the best signing of 2022. Casemiro has been so good. Eriksen has been so good. Martinez. The only signing from Erik ten Hag really that you can, I wouldn't say even question, but I'd say the one that is still developing a lot is Anthony. But I don't think he's been a bad signing. I think he's been good. I think he will become really good as well. Palace have a go here, but again, overhit the pass. Manchester United just a bit sloppy trying to get the ball back out. Zaha. Elise goes down. Manchester United on the break now. Anthony up against Hughes. Hughes does really well to block the space. And Eriksen's ball was pretty bad there to Rashford. Shaw does so well there. Sandwiched in between two Palace players. Assis said we need Garnacho now. We do need Garnacho, someone with a bit more directness. Would you take Rashford off for him though? Or Anthony? Elise's gone down. Looks like it could be a nasty one. Mateta's coming off and Eze's coming on. For some reason I've jumped way back in time now. Get Elanga on. Elanga. I hope you know this is my not so happy face, bro. I would rather play Obertan than Elanga. Bring Obertan back, he can show him how it's done. Lovely. I remember Saka. Oh, poor pass. Probably the only thing he's done wrong this whole game. Bruno has been like every position. Covered everywhere. All you can hear at Salah's Park is United songs, what I love to hear. Phil's trying to troll the comments with Elanga. I remember a bit when I was younger watching Gabriel Obertan. And because he could do all the step overs and stuff, I was like, this is the next Ronaldo. The next Nani. Nani was such a good player. Like, frustrating, but... Rashford? Oh. I used to really enjoy Nani, but he used to annoy me just as much as well. But yeah, I used to watch Obertan thinking this kid's the next Ronaldo. There was another one, Bellion, I think his name was. Striker. David Bellion, I think that's his name. I used to think he was quality as well. Joshua King. Some of the players I used to believe in, like... Josh King's alright, like he's half decent, but not Manchester United level. Would I do that, says Phil? Troll the comments, bro. No. Never. I've seen you on Facebook all week in every Man City forum, every Premier League forum, just giving it to everybody. I love it. Anthony is like Nani, he can be frustrating but can produce something out of nothing. That's a fair comment, Craig. That is actually a fair comparison. That is not a bad comparison at all. I like that. It was obvious, to be fair. I should have made that comparison before, but yeah. Man, I got no voice. It's gone. Sahar drips the ball in. Eze tries, but Casemiro blocks it out. As if that is a fair comment. I thought the same thing in the first half, I just didn't want to say it. A lot of last season though, he was playing through injury. And I think he needs to be taken off. We need another goal and then take Rashford off. This Rashford against Arsenal is going to be no good. This Rashford against Crystal Palace is no good, to be fair. Oh, Bruno's gone down. Oh, he's holding the end of his toes, he's fine. Commentator saying it was a fair challenge. It looked fair, to be fair. To be fair. Just in case I didn't say the words fair enough times there. Manchester United have a free kick on the halfway line. They play it back. Strange performance, this one. Kind of half expected this against Palace. They're a difficult team to play. They're like a more vibrant Stoke City. Difficult team to play against. Can beat anyone on the day or can stop a team from scoring on the day. They make it very hard to play football against. But I must admit, on the defensive side, we've not given them a sniff. Other than that one deflected shot in the first half with De Gea making a fantastic save. Would have been 1-0 to Palace at that point, but we did well. Other than that, they've had nothing. Casemiro, ball for Waghurst, just a bit too wide. I'm getting a bit nervous now. Palace. Zaha. Casemiro cuts out the block again. And Manchester United win a free kick. Asif's put here, he's exhausted, I can say. He has been run on. He has been on run since season restarted. The fatigue will surely be on our players with the run of games, I agree. He's not been bad for a steady Eddie, has he? Casemiro. Craig's even put Casemiro man of the match. I mean, at this point, it's hard to say anything else, isn't it, really? I'm really struggling to sit back and enjoy this game. I realise I'm getting closer and closer to the screen. It's like that, you know, when you play FIFA with your friends and you're like dead competitive, or you're on career mode and it's like coming up to the end of the game and you need to score so you get closer and it makes you play better. It's like I'm trying to do that for Manchester United. There's a harsh swiping at Casemiro there, but the general walks away, the bigger man. Gonna be doing a match review tomorrow, probably tomorrow evening. Casemiro's getting a very high score. Rashford with a shot goes over. Made a good run there, Rashford, but shot was high, wide and handsome. What needs to happen now, guys? What needs to happen for Manchester United? For me, Garnacho for Rashford. Controversial, but give the man a bit of a rest. Played well. Palestri maybe for Anthony, if we get a second goal. I guarantee that Arsenal fans are praying that Casemiro gets booked, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Everybody making out that this Thomas Partey and Casemiro fight will be brilliant. I can't wait to see. I've been impressed with Partey this year. Never liked him before at Arsenal. Thought he was half decent at Atleti. Is Tony on the bench? I don't think he is. I think our forward line on the bench is Palestri, Elanga, Garnacho, I think. Arsenal fans have convinced themselves that Partey is better than Casemiro. Arsenal fans are like Liverpool fans, they're deluded. Most of them wanted Arteta out last year, and now all of a sudden they're like, oh, what a manager. We always supported him, we always wanted him. No. No, he didn't. A lot of Arsenal fans were furious with Arteta. But I don't know where this Arsenal team have come from this year. They have been on fire. I liked Partey before, now I just can't stand his name. Let's be honest, gotta be careful how I word this, but he's lucky to be playing football at all, isn't he? Allegedly. Somebody that I keep seeing trending on Twitter like randomly is Mason Greenwood. Surely he can never play for Manchester United again. Even if he's found like not guilty, it's gonna be difficult to. Oh, Crystal Palace looking for a penalty. Casemiro with a ball over Bruno Fernandes. Palace playing a lot better this second half. Wan-Bissaka again. Wan-Bissaka's gone down injured. That's not what you want to see. If you couldn't see what Arteta was trying to do, then it just exposes your lack of football knowledge. What I mean with him, like, I could see what he was trying to do, but it was like, is he going to be able to do it? It's all well and good saying like, oh, I can see what he was trying to do. But, you know, it depends on whether the players are on board, whether the right players are in, whether you can get the right players in, whether they're going to gel. There's a lot to being a football manager, so. And when you're supporting a team, it doesn't matter what you're trying to do. For some fans, it gets to a point where you're like, this isn't good enough. Look at Eric Ten Hag, first 2 games. You know, Paddy Power put him down as the next manager to be sacked. They were calling him like Eric 10 weeks. They couldn't see what he was trying to build. But I don't think it shows you a lack of knowledge, to be honest. I'd completely disagree with that. Every manager would argue that they've got a vision or they're trying to do something at a club, but if it's not happening, it's not happening. Simple as that. Asif's put, hey JD, everyone deserves a second chance, why not Greenwood? He has already been through a lot. This must be cursing himself every passing second. The problem with Greenwood, and I'm all for second chances, so Vaghurst comes off. McTominay and Garnacho coming on. But Greenwood, right? The problem Greenwood's got is that the pictures and the videos came out. I think he could argue his case that it was, I don't know. Got to be quite careful with this because it's still a live case, but that for me is where the problem for Greenwood comes in. If there was no pictures, it was just her word against his, you could argue it's 50-50, but yeah. I know I personally would feel very uncomfortable about him coming back into the team. And it's a shame in a way because like he'd ball with Eric Ten Hag, he'd be so like. But I don't think you sign a player like Anthony for 80 million if you have any idea or any sort of suspicion that Greenwood's coming back into the team. Even like in a year's time, you don't spend 80 million on a player that might be completely benched. Ball across. Bruno Fernandes, first time ball in, nobody attacked it. Bit of a weird ball in that. And now Wan-Bissaka brings his man down. Craig's put the results weren't there, but from early on it was clear what he wanted to do. A lot of players are on board, he just has to get rid of Deadwood and players with a bad attitude. Yeah, I get that. But I argue that with any manager. A lot of managers will come in and you'll see what they're trying to do. But if they've got a board that demand results, if they've got players that they can't get rid of, players that aren't maybe on board, because you could question, were the Arsenal players really on board early on? You could argue that. But one thing I like about Arteta is how passionate he is, and you see he kicks every ball, he heads every ball. You know, he's a real pep kind of manager. But I'm really happy for him. It's really nice. It's a good success story for him. Garnacho telling Eriksen where he wanted the ball. I love to see that from the youngsters. Not scared to have a go at the more experienced lads or say, play it here, play it there. I like that. Seen a lot of that today. I think maybe that's something Eric Ten Hag's told his men to be much more vocal with each other. Ball through. McTominay goes down. Bruno screaming at the ref. Oh. Oh, Richards. That should be a penalty, surely. McTominay got there first, surely. Big decision here. Game-changing decision. VAR are checking. No penalty. What do Manchester United have to do to win a penalty this season? Honestly. And all you'll hear is still, oh, Manchester United got lucky with VAR. But they never talk about the amount of penalties that we've had overturned this season or the amount of penalties that haven't been given. I think the majority were just had a lot of players left from the Wenger and Emery eras. There was a lot of deadwood. Palace have a free kick. But yeah, they spent a lot of money. They've invested in the right places. They've bought players that you wouldn't really think would do as well as they have. But fair play to them. And I'd rather Arsenal win it than City or Liverpool, to be honest. I'd rather United win it than Arsenal, but we have to see this game through. We have to beat them at the Emirates on Sunday. Thoughts on the performance? I think we've played well, but Palace have made it easy, I agree. Palace have been like prime Stoke today. Just stopped everything, but not done anything themselves. That penalty would have been the most interesting thing. Palace have a free kick here. Scott McTominay giving away the free kick after not long coming on. After being denied a penalty, by the way. It's a joke. Eze and Hughes. I've been impressed with Hughes today. Eze's ball in. It's a good ball. Headed out. Ball gone back in. Ping pong ball going on here. Eze being pressed here by Bruno. Bruno's furious. Bruno's getting a card in this game, I'm telling you. Shaw misjudged the header. Elise's ball in, and it's a corner for Palace. Palace is starting to come a bit alive now. They're going to need to. 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes to go. They really are going to have to try. It's a difficult one, Craig. Save from De Gea. That's why. It's a good save again. Wasn't the hardest, to be honest. Yeah, that was pretty much straight at him. He made it look better than it was. Would you take Casemiro off? I don't. Like 60% of me says yes. The other 40 says no. You take him off, you lose something big in midfield. But I don't know. 2-0, we have to take him off. I remember Saka's flying in here. Schlupp, Tolise. This could go 1-1. I can see Palace scoring here. McTominay is completely wiped out by... McTominay is completely wiped out by Hughes. Wow. Hughes looks like a 90-year-old. Looks like a White Walker from Game of Thrones. The Night King. That's Hughes' new name. He's played well, though. Oh, inches away there from Ayew. And the ball came in before. Last 10 minutes, what do you think? Score predictions, guys. Seeing what they're playing like at the minute. I think Crystal Palace will get a goal back here. Casemiro on SA. Free kick, Palace. Bruno's the next player to get a card. Bruno's angry. And Manchester United denied yet another penalty. It was exactly the same against Newcastle. Manchester United free kick. Eriksen taken out by Jordan Ayew. Assist put me will score again. I hope so. This could go either way. This is a horrible game. And that first goal was going to always be so important. I remember Saka. Played out to Bruno. To Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Casemiro. Eze really closed down well there. Commentator just said here, Aaron Wan-Bissaka's having one of the best games of his career at Manchester United. He clearly hasn't seen him play all season. Guy's been unreal. Shows how little these commentators watch Manchester United and how much they hate to give praise to some of these players. All Palace this last 10 minutes, all Palace. Oh, nearly a ball through, but Palace cut it out. Casemiro there having to stop his man. Casemiro's done so well not to be carded in this game. You can tell this is on his head. I'm not enjoying this. This last 5-10 minutes has been horrible. Casemiro does so well there. Mitchell's done really well. Casemiro. Casemiro misses the Arsenal game. Casemiro is out for the next game. The worst bit is Fred was just about to come on. Erik ten Hag shakes his head in disbelief. Palace have a free kick. He's done so well to not get booked, but he had to lunge in there. If he didn't, Zaha would have been in. Fred has to start on Sunday. And let's be honest, if Fred plays like he has against City, and to be honest, most teams this season, it's not bad. It's not what we want, but McTominay's cross there was horrendous. Fred's coming on now. If he comes on for Casemiro, that'll be jokes. Casemiro is coming off. Oh no. 14 is Eriksen. Yeah, Eriksen's coming off for Fred. All he has to do is follow Odegaard around. Agreed. Tom's points made me a little less confident for Sunday. Me too, bro. Me too. Such a shame. And it makes your point a few minutes ago, Craig, about taking him off. We just haven't been good enough today. We haven't been... I wouldn't say it's all on us. Palace have made it very difficult for Manchester United. In Erik ten Hag, I trust he will sort it out as if, yeah. And in Fred, we trust, says Tom. I am gutted. Second half, we've been a bit sloppy, yeah, we have. I think second half's been Palace's game. But they've made it so difficult for us to break them down. Fred there, but Mitchell miscontrols, and it's a Manchester United throw. Milivojevic comes on for Palace. For the Night King, Will Hughes. Is it Will Hughes? He's played well. Solid midfielder. Manchester United forced to take the throw in again. 6 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. Palace on the break. Elise's done well. Craig's put we've lacked creativity, but Palace have closed all the passing lanes. They've not made it easy at all. I'll settle for 1-0 now. I just want 3 points. That's all we can ask for. It doesn't matter if you win by 1 or 10 at this point. We just need to get them 3 points. Defensively, we've been pretty sound. Just going forward, it's been... Switched out wide. Palace on the break here. Palace on the attack. Ball in. Dealt with by Casemiro, but it's come back out to Elise. But Fred's dealt with him. Fred through to Bruno, but he's outrun there by Decore. Oh, Mitchell. Both players have gone down. Referee's blown play on. Zaha over. If Palace were clinical, they would have maybe scored 1, but also De Gea has saved us. De Gea's made a couple of good saves in this game. But as we were doing in the first half, we were winning every second ball. Palace in the second half been winning everything. Could a bit of fatigue be a factor? Probably. To come down from the Man City game, that was not only a physical but an emotional game as well, that City game. That would have took a lot out of him. It's very frustrating that Arsenal aren't playing. I don't think Arsenal play now till Sunday. They've got a whole week off. Considering they've got they'll have a game in hand as well. It's very odd. It's been non-stop for us. But yeah, fatigue more than likely. But also Palace have made it very difficult. Marcus Rashford looks exhausted. Asif made the point earlier that Marcus Rashford looks like Rashford from last season. And I agree. Now, Garnacho! Marcus Rashford? The Premier League have blood on their hands. It's their fault that Casemiro won't be available on Sunday. I think if he'd have survived today, it doesn't matter what happens on Sunday, then it would all start again. But I don't understand why we're playing this today if Arsenal get a whole week off. That makes no sense. Surely if Arsenal can have a week off and we played the same amount of games, then why can't we? Palace aren't in any other competitions that I can think of. We're in the same competitions as Arsenal. Maybe they're not in the League Cup. Maybe it's the League Cup. They're just throwing it out, but still, it's a bit of a joke. I would rather have points on the table than a game in hand. I agree, Asif. We need just points now. Couple of minutes if we can hold on. Now, when I watched Chelsea and Palace game the other day, Palace literally threw everything at them at the end. Absolutely everything. So it's going to be a very scary 5 or so minutes. Poor ball from Wan-Bissaka there. Manchester United have it now. Bruno's ball over for Rashford. Brought down really well. Tries to take on everybody but doesn't. Sure. Good play for Manchester United this. Fernandes and Shaw do so well there. Casemiro for Wan-Bissaka. Oh, nobody there. It's frustrating, right? Because a lot of the football we've played in the second half would have suited Wout Weghorst. And it was like the second we took him off, we started playing that kind of football. Crosses into the box. Very frustrating. We used to do that with what's his name? Cavani. Schlupp brought down. Free kick. Crystal Palace in a dangerous position. My voice is gone. My voice is going big time. Tomorrow is City versus Tottenham. Hope for a City loss or a draw. I've been impressed with McTominay. Yeah, me too, Craig. Should have had a penalty though. Fuck off, Tom. I told you. I said at the start of this game, Elise, I've got no voice. What a free kick, by the way. And just like that, the title race is off. But it was coming. We've been poor today. What a goal from Elise. I pretty much called it at the start. My whole fucking stream's gone as well now. Fuck off. I'm sorry, guys. Everything's froze for me now. So apparently Wan-Bissaka's just saved the game for Manchester United. But it's an absolute joke that we are even playing this game, but come on. I did say though at the start of this game that Elise can just turn it on from nowhere. 2 points taken from us. Oh. Well played from Wan-Bissaka, gotta say. Everything's just going to pot on my side now. Sorry, guys. So good that it came so late on. It was coming. It was coming. Games finished. Manchester United 1. Crystal Palace 1. Frustrating game. Very poor for Manchester United today, gotta say. But I do feel for him. Yeah, it's a tough place to go, South Park. In a very frustrating fixture, I looked before the game to see who Arsenal were playing today. I thought there was be a lot of games on, but they're not. They're not playing again until Sunday. Makes no sense to have us playing today, but we are where we are. Very frustrating game. Elise scored in the 90th minute. And like I said at the start, the title race, I don't see us in the title race until we beat Palace and Arsenal. But this today felt like a step back in terms of performance. We didn't create anything. Other than the Bruno goal, we created nothing. Anthony, Rashford, I'm going to leave Weghorst out of this, but Anthony, Rashford were poor today. Absolutely poor today. Shaw, Martinez, Wan-Bissaka was solid. Casemiro was solid. Eriksen was decent. Bruno was good. But them front three. I mean, Weghorst, I can't even add that. Rashford and Anthony today. Very poor. Very, very poor. Let me know how you all think, guys. Very frustrating. But I said, I'm going to keep saying it, I said at the start of the game, that Elise will cause issues. Manchester United in the mud. Very frustrating game. And to be fair, Wan-Bissaka saved us right at the death. It took a fantastic bit of play from Wan-Bissaka to stop us losing that game. Disallowed penalty is a talking point, I agree. Standard refereeing. Right, I'm done. Manchester United dropping points at Selhurst Park. Difficult game. Average performance from the Reds. We go again on Sunday.